What's good, my movie lovers? Let's talk about some movies. And today movie I'm gonna be talking about here with you guys is that we're gonna be talking about the Brink of War. Now let's get into this movie. The film follows the high stakes negotiation between the US and the Soviet leaders in Iceland. Now this was another film that was made by Angel that I was intrigued by. I was really curious to go see. And I'm glad I got a chance to go see this film. This film deals with a lot of you not trying to win the war, but to end the war and bring peace to the world and things like that. And it also deals with a lot of you trusting somebody and whether or not you should trust your enemy throughout this film. I like that we get a little bit of a backstory of Ronald Reagan before leading up to the big climax of this film. And I just thought that that was handled very well. It wasn't forced upon, it wasn't sloppy, it was well paced in and everything like that. At the beginning of this film, we get a little bit of a history lesson before we dive into this movie about the 1986 Cold War and how the Cold War is at its most critical point between the US and the Soviet Union, and how they had all nuclear missiles just aim at each other at once. I thought that was all just fascinating to me. I never knew that until I watched this movie. I always been this type of nerd that love anime, space, science, and history about war. But once I had watched the movie Pressure and this movie right here, it really started having me go diving deep into like war history and things like that, and really made me start to fall in love with that subject. And it really just started to make me fall in love with war movies in general. So I was really hyped to see this movie right here. I like how they not afraid to tackle some of the deep subjects throughout history about human rights and things like that. And I like that they not afraid to get a little deep with it from time to time. Because if you pay attention to this film, you will start to notice that this film right here does get these from time to time, tackling some hard subjects about this film and when it comes to human rights and things like that. And you will start to notice as well throughout this movie that Ronald Reagan didn't become president just for fame or money and things like that. He actually cared about bringing peace to the world and stopping the war and to end it. Now I don't know how much of the truth they was able to tell throughout this movie because this is a movie at the end of the day. Sometimes they have to be dramatic enough. But I'm pretty sure that Ronald Reagan was the same way in real life as his movie counterpart within the film. Now I'm gonna be honest, this film right here does have a slow pace and it does seem to drag from time to time throughout this film. And you'll really start to notice the runtime of this film. Now the runtime of this film is an hour and 57 minutes long, basically 2 hours at this point, which I really didn't mind it. I was really intrigued throughout this whole entire film from start to finish. And I like how they was able to flush out these characters throughout this film, even the main characters themselves, because you will honestly will start to care for them and their opinion and how they really try to bring peace into the world and try to end the war. Now the movie itself does have some good minor jokes throughout the film, not no out loud type of jokes, but it will have you chuckling from time to time. And the score itself was pretty decent as well. I like how they was able to capture the feel and the magic for the score for this movie for that specific time period. And I feel like that wasn't sloppy or forced upon like at all. I feel like they was able to put that in there perfectly. Now the director who had directed this film, he go by the name of Michael Russell Gunn. Now I don't know too much about him. I had tried to look up to see what he had did in the past before this, but I couldn't really find nothing. But other than that, though, his camera work and his directing decisions was really good throughout this film. But now I'm gonna have to get my ratings on this one. A, say if you should see this in theaters. B, say if you should see this at home. Or C, say not watch this at all. I'm gonna highly have to give it to A. You must want to go see this movie in theaters because the story itself for this movie is really good to tell. It has some good history, the lessons to teach you throughout this film, and I feel like you guys will have a good time watching this movie in the theaters. But that'll be it with this video right here. Like, comment, subscribe. Once you subscribe, turn on all notifications because if you don't, you may not get the newest videos from me when I post for you guys. So yes, turn on all notifications. Be part of the Movie Head Game family. My name is Don. I'll tell you first about me. Follow me on all social media. Link in the description down below if you would like. And I'll be back on here with more videos for you guys really, really soon. What you guys think about the Brink of War? Have you guys seen the movie? Do you guys like the movie? Have you guys not seen the movie? Do you guys love the movie? Do you guys hate the movie? Let me know some of you guys' thoughts and opinions down below. I really want to hear it all. Peace.